Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. Once again, back with the Only Short Tracks Late Model Series Season 7 for Only Short Tracks. Tonight we are at the Hickory Motor Speedway. We have over 30 cars on the property. So quite a few individuals ready to go tonight. I believe 24 are going to make it. That's all going to be directly from qualifying. Drivers completing their final runs in practice. We've got about a minute left here in the practice session. After last week, Luke Shannon is leading the point standings. Foster Smithies was the winner when we crossed the line, but after post-race, race control deemed that there were a couple restart violations, which in turn handed the win and points lead over to Luke Shannon. See what happens here. Practice has officially finished up, so top 24 cars going to make it directly from qualifying. That's going to be the number. We'll get the timing and scoring up on the left side of our screen. We'll try to anyhow. There we go. Qualifying time for the Hickory 200. We'll see who the first driver out on track is, and it looks like it is the 55 PVTR Toyota Camry, Josh Parrish. Getting some heat in the tires before he comes around to the green flag. See what Parrish can do, and it looks like he's going to try to conserve a little bit on lap 1 here. He's going to try to line it up for lap 2. A lot of drivers do this here in the late model stock. They throw away lap number 1 and they save it all for that second time around. We'll see what Parrish has. Foster Smithies currently top of the board, a 14.586. Parrish, second time out of 2, or out of 4, I should say. Crosses the line. Fifth quick, a 14.708. Peyton Henson in the 23 machine. Down on the apron a little bit, out of 4. Comes across the stripe, he'll jump up to the 9th spot. On lap number 2, Carter Hollingsworth also saved it for lap 2. Let's see what he can do out of 4. Across the stripe. He'll jump up to 3rd quick with a 14.667 for the 0.28 of Hollingsworth. Stephen Choate, the 72, the next driver to qualify. We now have 24 cars that have taken a time, so drivers are going to start bumping out of this one. James Wright, the first driver to get knocked out of this race. Stephen Choate on his first lap. I don't think he got a time right there. You saw him scrape the wall. Hopefully he can get a lap on lap number 2. He comes across the stripe. He will go 21st quick. Currently Logan Drumheller sits on the bubble. Braylon Maricchio out of 4. Trying to improve his spot. He's currently 23rd. We've only got a couple drivers left to go. Matthew Kent on his second time around. He knocks Logan Drumheller out. pit stop. TV 02 machine out onto the racetrack. Gets the green flag. That's Zach Meredith. White flag across the line that time. He's in the show. Actually, a good starting spot there. Third quick for the 02 machine. 14.658 on lap number 1. Second time around. Slows down a little bit, but a good lap there from Zach Mertes. Brad Roberts into the show on lap number 1. That knocks James Pileski out. We are just about done with qualifying. I do believe everybody that can take a lap has taken a lap. Matt Vorndren, unfortunately, not going to make it here this evening. Had mishap and ended up, I think he broke his foot or broke his ankle, one of the two. Either way, not going to be racing with us here tonight, so he will be enjoying this one from the race control booth. Hopefully Matt can get better soon and back racing with us soon. This qualifying is just about finished up. I believe there is the checkered. Foster Smithy's going to be your fast qualifier here. I think that's the second week in a row. The 841 machine will start from the pole. The field makes their way to the starting grid. Going to be your top 24 here tonight. Your top 24 from qualifying, going to bring us to the green. Let's look at our starting lineup here for race number 2 of the season. Foster Smithy's going to be on the pole. In the 841 machine, he'll have Connor Phillips to his outside. Zach Mertes in the 02, going to start from the 3rd spot, and then the number 2 of Connor Knowlton going to start from the 4th spot. Inside of row number 3, Dylan Hartman, the number 90 machine, then Carter Hollingsworth in the 028. Going to start 6th. Kyle Martin, the 99, will roll off from the 7th spot. You'll have Connor Robinson to his outside in the 11 machine. Nicole Kennison in the 03, going to start 9th. Next to Jeremiah Woods Jr. in the 222 machine. Josh Parrish and Ryan Pittman make up row number 6. In row number 7 on the inside, it's Steven Oberstadt in the number 3. Then Luke Shannon in the number 66. Gavin Gardner in the 055, going to roll off from the 15th spot. He'll have Peyton Hinson to his outside in the 23 machine. Colin McDonough in the 39, going to start 17th. And then Sean McNeil in the 97, going to roll off 18th. Row number 10 on the inside, Eli Sasick in the 9. And Joshua Gayman in the 61. Owen Wilson will start 21st in the 20 machine. Matthew Kent going to roll off from the 22nd spot in the 31. And rounding out our field in row number 12, going to be Bren Roberts and Stephen Choate in the 72 machine. So we are just about ready to go here at the Hickory Motor Speedway. You can see the track right there, a very small one. And let's see what we've got coming into tonight. 108-degree track temp here this evening. Going to be a pretty greasy one out there. You're going to have to keep the tires on it. These guys do have a set of tires in the pits, so we will see some strategy played there. About 108 degrees on track. You're going to have to keep the right rear cool if you want a shot at the victory here tonight. Hickory, one of my favorite tracks due to its unique shape. It often creates multi-groove racing. You'll see some drivers on the outside, some on the bottom. And I'm sure we are going to see that here tonight as we are just about finished up on the grid. We'll send these drivers green for 200 laps of action. Hopefully we can see more green flag laps compared to last week's race at the Oxford Plains Speedway. They got that first race out of their system. Cole Kennison in 303 machine, I should say. Gonna start from the 9th spot. Jeremiah Woods in the 42 here tonight is outside. Field starts to roll on the front straightaway. I think it's time for us to go green flag racing. Foster Smithies, Connor Phillips, your front row. Zach Murdy's and Connor Knowlton, row 2. We'll get the qualifying times up one more time before we send them green flag here, just so everybody can see how close this field was. On time. 0.2 of a second all the way back to the 20th spot. And that's how we're going to send them green right there at 10th, inside of your top 10. Let's see what Foster Smithies can do, starting from the pole for the second week in a row. Pace car drops to the bottom side of the racetrack, and it is in the hands of Foster Smithies. Connor Phillips through the restart zone they go. We are racing here at Hickory and only short tracks. Down the back straightaway, Foster Smithies takes the early advantage. Connor Phillips going to slot behind him into the second spot. No, little contact is made. Smithies in the 841 machine had to check up there. Everybody had to get on the binders out of 4, and I think they're able to keep it going. We have a caution flag back behind them. Connor Phillips wasted no time down into turns 3 and 4. A little bit of contact was made with Foster Smithies. The 61 machine of Joshua Gaiman out back. Had some trouble early on. 20 was battling with the 20, I should say. It looked like a stack up in front of them. A couple drivers just did not see. I think that was Bren Roberts in the 84. Up in time. A couple cars went for a spin right there. I think everybody is going to be able to continue right there, but a couple cars coming to pit road to get some early damage fixed. Caution number 1 here this evening. We got, I think, a lap in. Connor Phillips takes the early lead. Got into the back bumper of Foster Smithies. Let's watch that pass for the lead one more time. Down into turns 3 and 4. That's the initial start. And watch into 1. You can see the 841 get the run on the bottom. The 33 tries to tuck in right back behind him and then just makes a little bit of contact. Smithies goes up the racetrack and then everybody back behind him has to get on the binders. Everybody up front able to keep it in the right direction. Connor Phillips, Zach Murray's going to bring us back with just 5 laps in. Start zone they go. We are back underway here at Hickory. The launch from the 33 of Phillips down into turns 1 and 2. They try to bring Foster Smithies in the 841 with them. Looks like Phillips going to come back around to lead lap number 7. Right behind him, and Connor Knowlton right in front of him. They feel very close, especially here early on. Hollingsworth in the 28 going to move past Dylan Hartman in the 90, and a little bit of contact behind him. Cole Kennison in the 03 was all the way on the apron entering turn 1 that time. Josh Paris to the inside. Started in the 11th spot in this one. Hasn't really been able to move forward just yet. Gonna try to be patient. Knows that there's a lot of laps left to go. Doesn't want to overuse the tires here early. Peyton Hinson in the 23 right there looking for the inside as well. All this is happening just outside of the top 10. It's Gavin Gardner in the 055. For whatever reason, Gavin's pace is going towards a gray machine for Gardner. Moves it up in the 11th spot. Trying to track down Josh Parrish. Machine on the back bumper of Zach Murray's for the 3rd spot. Bolton started at 4th. Wants to work his way up inside of the top 3. But you also have to be patient here in the beginning. Got an 8-car breakaway out front. Jeremiah Woods Jr. hanging on to this lead group in the 42 machine. Back, the 03 machine continues to fall backwards up on that outside lane. Dean Overstat picking Pete to the inside. There's a little contact off the 4. Here comes Steven Choate, the final car to transfer in tonight, already up 8 positions into the 16th spot. Early on, it does not look like that outside lane has a lot of speed. You can see the 03 machine moving to the back. We saw a couple other drivers lose ground up on the top side early. We'll see what happens here. Battle for the 16th spot. Ooh, contact there, but 03 up the racetrack. 39 on the bottom. You see that 39 machine driving it in, trying to get the car rotated in the center, but it looks like it pushes up. Can't quite get the car to drive up off the line. He's losing some ground. 2 of the cars up in front of him. Meanwhile, Connor Olsen to the inside of Zach Murdy's for the third spot. 2 under the 0-2. Kyle Martin going to try to follow in the 99. Murdy's trying to get back down in front of Hollingsworth, but Hollingsworth is not going to allow the door to be shut right in his face. Hollingsworth going to move up into the top 5. Now the 0-2 experiencing how poor that outside lane is running here early on. Just 28 laps in. This angle here really gives a good idea of how spread out your field is getting. The front 2 have broken away just a little bit. We've got about a second on Connor Knowlton. Is actually Foster Smithies to the inside of Connor Phillips. Takes the top spot back here on lap number 30. Phillips was aggressive to take the lead early on. Smithies was patient, did not push the issue, and got around him 30 laps in to see if he can hold that top spot. Spot where he started this one. He's got Gavin Gardner in front of him. Back behind him, Steven Choate up 9 positions, trying to make it 10 right here if he can get to the inside of Eli Sasic. Oh, there's contact into 1. Ryan Pittman goes around. Caution flag comes back out. 0-8 of Ryan Pittman went for a slide. I think that was Eli Sasic who had gotten collected as well. Let's see if we can see what happened here. 72. I think it was up in front of him, maybe. Oh, and I think Gardner in the 55 may have had trouble off the corner. It was actually Luke Shannon in the 13 that made contact. Watch that one more time. This is a couple laps prior. I think this is the lap prior. You see the 55 is in front of Ryan Pittman, and I don't know if he had trouble, if he hit the wall, or what happened. Let's watch. Yeah, I don't know. I think he got up off the corner a little bit. I think he got up off the corner a little bit too hot, maybe raised the wall. Slows down right as they get into his back bumper. So I'm not sure what happened to the 55 machine. We are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here. Monsters with these. Connor Phillips side by side to bring them back through the restart zone. The green flag is back out and we are back underway. The 33 machine of Connor Phillips still hanging tough up on that outside lane. How about Kyle Martin from the outside? Takes over the 3rd spot. Martin in the 99 right behind Foster Smithies and Connor Phillips, and the caution flag is going to come back out. We've got a parking lot down in turns 1 and 2. Steven Oberstadt around. Joshua Gaiman. I think that's Owen Wilson on the bottom as well. Let's see what happened here. I think Steven Oberstadt had contact from behind the 39 machine of McDonough. Got into the back bumper of the 3, and you can definitely tell that is where the caution had happened. Right into the corner. Nothing Oberstadt really could have done differently. A lot of those guys at that point, the track is just blocked. Not much they can do. A quick caution there puts us under yellow for the 3rd time here tonight. Oberstadt in the 3 machine, still on pit road, so he will lose a lap during this caution period. Foster Smithies this time. Gonna bring him back to lap 42, so almost to the lap 50 mark. Laps go very quickly here at Hickory. We'll see if we can get him going back green here. Get a decent stretch of green flag runs, or a decent stretch of green flag laps, I should say. We'll see what happens. Space car is back off. Green flag is back out. Foster Smithies, Connor Phillips through the restart zone one more time. And man, that 33 shot out of a cannon up on the outside lane. Look at the run he gets down the back. Connor Moulton back up to the 3rd spot. As Phillips on the outside trying to keep the nose out in front. Smithies on the bottom. Look at Carter Hollingsworth trying to take over the outside lane and fight for 3rd with Connor Moulton. Phillips gonna cut back behind and try the crossover move now into turns 1 and 2. Smithies gonna have to fend off on the bottom. I think he's gonna get the run up off and be clear for the top spot. In the outside lane, and he'll take over the 3rd spot as the caution flag flies. Even Choate in the 72 machine, run around the wrong way on the front stretch. See the 9 of Eli Sasek as well. Stop on the exit of 4. Up off the corner, checked up, and that's when he got tagged by Stephen Choate in the 72. Watch it one more time. See the 9 machine, you cut to the inside and try to get underneath the 42. And around goes Sasek and Choate as well. Just a chain reaction off of 4, which happens quite a bit here at Hickory. The line is very deceptive, and a lot of people do it differently. You see a lot of drivers make contact on the exit 4 by going to the bumps. Foster Smithies able to hang on to the race lead despite the challenge from Connor Phillips, but now he's going to have Carter Hollingsworth do his back bumper. Hollingsworth started this race in the 6th spot, inside of your top 3. We'll see what the 28 can do. And 2 machine of Milton, 99 and Milton look really good at this moment as well. We are 51 laps into this one. 149 to go. Pace car back to the inside and down pit road. The green flag will fly once again. 53 laps in here at Hickory. Good jump from Smithies in the 841. Not going to have any challenge from Connor Phillips in the 33. Now Carter Hollingsworth to the inside, trying to take over the second spot. Hollingsworth down to the bottom of 33, trying to make that outside lane work. Outside's definitely coming in a little bit as these yellow flags happen. Hollingsworth trying to take over on the inside. They were thinking about 3 wide there, and I think they are 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Peyton Hinson underneath Zach Murdy's and Jeremiah Woods. Woods kind of getting squeezed there in the 42. Not really anywhere he could have gone. Trouble off of 4. Josh Parrish gets tagged. Zach Murdy's goes spinning. Peyton Hinson as well. And that was ruined for a couple laps there. That part of the pack was getting very aggressive. And Parrish went around off of 4. Let's look at what happened one more time. This is the lap before. We'll watch Josh Parrish right here. Goes to the inside of the 99. I think just got tagged by Dylan Burton right there. Murdy's goes around. Peyton Hinson goes for a slide. Gets tagged by Sean McNeil. Caution flag comes back out. I think there may have been a separate incident as well. Even Overstat. I think Joshua Gaiman had trouble. You can see the 61 turned around in turns 1 and 2. Overstat came to a stop behind him. That brought the caution flag back out. Lineup is back set. Lights are back off in the iRacing.com pace car. We've had 5 caution flags so far. 60 laps in. Foster Smithies in the 841. Gonna take the green flag and we're back underway. Lap 62 up on the board. Smithies going to take the lead down the back straightaway to clear Connor Phillips. Now Carter Hollingsworth going to try to take the second spot as we've got another caution flag. Did not see what happened there. Sure where the incident on track happened, but a quick caution flag right after that restart. The 6th caution of the evening. Foster Smithies continues to hold the race lead. Phillips hasn't had as much for him on these past couple of restarts. Been watching him through the zone. He just has not been able to keep the outside lane on the exit of 2, which has given Smithies a huge advantage. signal here in the field, going to double back up. We're going to try it again. Smithies and Phillips side by side. Carter Hollingsworth in the 28, Connor Knowlton in the 2. Don't count out that 2 machine of Connor Knowlton. That outside lane on the restarts can be pretty good. We'll see if he can do a slingshot move here as they go through the restart zone. And we're back racing. Better start that time from Phillips in the 33. He'll try to get, contact there. Smithies in the 841. A little bit of a door to the 33 of Connor Phillips. And he will clear for the race lead. Phillips going to be moved back to the 5th spot on that outside lane and have to battle with Josh Parrish. And Parrish and Martin make contact, and that's going to cause a caution. Martin spins on the exit of turn number 4 into the infield or inside tire right there. He'll get it looped back around, but a spin off of 4. I think him and Parrish may have made contact down into 3. That right there gives us a pretty good idea of it, but let's look at it one more time. I mean, I think the 55 just thought the 99 was going to give him some room. 99 shuts the door right as the 55 had committed to the corner. Just a simple disagreement on space there. Kyle Martin goes for a slide. He does have some damage on that machine. We'll see how it affects him in the long run. But you can see he was able to get down pit road and get a little bit of it fixed. And to stay on the lead lap. We have 19 cars still on the lead lap. There are a couple drivers several laps down, still out there trying to get those laps back, trying to get damage repaired. At this rate, it is a very long race, so I wouldn't entirely count the possibility out. Now this time I think they're going to line them up single file. We're going to try to get some green flag laps in here. We go back through the restart zone. Green is back out. We're back underway. Foster Smithies, Carter Hollingsworth, and Connor Knowlton, your top 3, lead us down into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Carter Hollingsworth in the 28 falls into second. He's going to have your race leader, Carter Hollingsworth, or sorry, Foster Smithies, right in front of him. Single file from the get-go here. Nobody was able to make a big jump to the inside, I don't think. Cars trying to work their way back forward. Josh Parrish and Kyle Martin. Parrish into the back bumper of Martin. Not happy about that one at all. And Josh Parrish, I think, got his money's worth there. Brings it back to pit road. You saw the contact. It was initially off of 4. Let's watch it one more time. This is the previous lap. Parrish drove up to the outside lane. You see him on the outside. I think he felt the 99 squeeze him there and then right into the corner. Big amount of contact, and that may do it for the 55 machine here tonight. Kyle Martin still going on, but damage on that race car for sure. This caution flag comes back out for the 8th time here tonight. A little bit of frustrations from the field. Short track, short tempers is usually how things go, especially here in late models. Everybody's so close on time. It makes everything so much more difficult, especially getting back through the field. Foster Smithies comes back around, and I think they get the 1-to-go signal. Maybe not. No, actually we are going 1 to go. Just a very unorganized pace lap up to the 1 to go there, and we're back racing. Smithies brought him up slow through the restart zone, but a good launch from him and a good launch from Carter Hollingsworth back behind. Hollingsworth 28, trying to fight back to that top spot. Give Gardner the 7th spot. Woods tried to cross over there, but it wasn't going to happen. Not enough run on the top. Trying to move back. Oh, and contact there. Dylan Hartman in the 90 machine. Heck of a save on the back straightaway. I think tried to cross over the 0-2 machine. Made contact on the exit of the corner. Around goes Owen Wilson. He flipped the apron off of 4. And that puts us under yellow for a 9th time here this evening. We're about 15 laps shy of halfway. Let's see what happened to the 20 of Wilson. We'll go on board. See, he was definitely loose. Just a little bit too much throttle. Around they go. 9th caution flag here so far. A couple of the drivers up the front have come to pit road, but I don't think any of our top 3 drivers have just yet. Connor Phillips did pull the 33 machine pit side, and I do think it's a night for him. A tough break for the 33. Field gonna get the 1 to go signal this time by Foster Smithies. Has been able to execute the restarts good. And he hold off Carter Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth started this race in the 6th spot, already up to 2nd. And does he have more? Where that came from? We'll find out here. The field makes their way down into turns 3 and 4. We'll send them back green. About 10 laps shy of halfway. Pace car is off. Green flag is back out. We're back racing. And a quick caution flag. Somebody may have looped it through the restart zone. And it was Matthew Kent in the 31. Went for the spin cycle. Out of turns 3 and 4. Watch it on board. I actually think he got tagged from behind. Don't know who it was initially that tagged him there. Let's watch one more time. Because it was not just him. I think it was the number 39 of Colin McDonnell. You can see the contact there. The 31 machine goes for a slide. Luckily did not hit anything. He's going to be able to keep it going. So back under yellow, 10 caution flags so far. We're 92 laps in. It'll be 93 this time. There are still 19 cars left on the lead lap. As green flag flies, we are back underway. I think they advanced it right there. Advanced the green flag out of 4. The lights were on, but they started going down the back straightaway. Did not expect them to go green there. We are back away. Luke Shannon to the inside. Sorry, Gavin Gardner to the inside of Luke Shannon. He'll take that spot away. Laps in, 5 laps to go. Foster Smithies still holding the race lead. He's got Carter Hollingsworth back behind him. What can the 28 do? He's got cars back behind him. He wants to get that top spot. What are the lap times from your top 5 that last time around? Everybody barely even. Hollingsworth just a little bit quicker than the race leader, Foster Smithies. Two car lengths is the gap. Smithies in 8:41. Trying to keep Hollingsworth at bay, but he's got a lap car up in front of him. That's Kyle Martin in the 99. The 99 of Martin staying to the inside of the racetrack and give those guys plenty of room. He'll drive back down to the apron. You can tell there's a lot of damage on that machine. Dylan Hartman making a move to the inside of Eli Sasick. This is all back for the 12th spot. Hartman down low, Sasick up top, and you can see how the outside lane, if you're able to keep your momentum off the corner and really get the drive down the straightaway, the outside lane is the way to do it here. Up front, your top 3 have broken away a little bit. Got a car length in between each of them. Carter Hollingsworth starting to put the pressure on Foster Smithies in the 841. Smithies dominated last week at Oxford. He's trying to repeat that here tonight. Gardner to the inside of Zach Murdy's. Move Gardner up to 4th in that 55 machine. Making a good run to the front here. Started 15th on the grid all the way up to the 4th spot in the first 100 laps. Now that we're past halfway, you gotta wonder if the next caution flag we see, if drivers don't want to really put tires on. Have a set in the pits. We'll see what the strategy looks like. The next caution flag. Up front, your race leader, Foster Smithy. Foster Smithy's trying to hold on. Hollingsworth right back behind him. Moulton sitting in the 3rd spot. 10 going up on the board, 90 laps to go, and once we get past, probably lap 140, that's when you're going to start really running out of time if you're not up inside the top 10, top 5, if you want a shot at the victory. do think we'll have another caution flag and a chance for pit stops and things like that to shuffle it around a little bit. But right now, Foster Smithy's showing the way. Just a little bit more consistent than Carter Hollingsworth in the 28, and that is what the difference is right now. Ryan Pittman to the inside of Zach Hardy's. Move Ryan Pittman to the 5th spot. And now is the point in the race where you can tell some drivers have a little bit more heat in their tires. Off the corner. I definitely think the next caution flag we see is going to be the point where you're going to want to put tires on if you're not already. Smithy's continuing to show the way. 0.3 of a second advantage over Carter Hollingsworth, but look who's creeping into the picture here. Gavin Gardner in the 55. A little bit faster than your race leader, Foster Smithy's. He's definitely starting to close that gap. 55 machine as we get closer towards the end of this one. We've been green for quite some time here. Goes Gavin Gardner to the bottom. Gardner to the inside. Moulton tried to cross over move. Gardner able to get by, and now he'll set his sights on Carter Hollingsworth in the 28. Last time by, Carter was quicker than Hollingsworth, but being quicker than someone has completely different things here in the late model stocks. Down to the bottom, off the corner and driving up off straight. That is where he's making up his time. Pressure on Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth might want to kick it into high gear here. I think you want to lose track position before the pit stop. And there is the caution flag. Eli Sasek in the 9 machine goes around out of turn 2. And the caution flag will fly. Take a quick look at what happened here. Joshua Gaiman and Eli Sasek were battling. Down into 1, I think 9 machine got a little bit sideways and they came across the nose of the 61. And how about that? Everybody but Foster Smithy's comes to pit road. A couple drivers do stay out with him, but everybody down pit road here. That's going to shuffle this field. I think Foster Smithy's going to bring the 841 to pit road after the fact. So he will come to pit road, but he's going to lose all of that track position that he had. Tough break for the 841. We'll see what Foster can do. Right side tires only on that machine. That's going to hand the race lead over to Sean McNeil, which McNeil pit, I believe, on lap 69. So quite a few laps on those tires if he took them at that point. Could have just been a fuel stop for strategy. So let's see how things play out. Foster Smithies goes from 1st to 10th on the grid after the mistake in the pit stops, which he has led a lot of laps so far. Field gets the 2 to go signal. John McNeil going to roll off from the front row on this restart. Carter Hollingsworth in the 28, I think has the best track position out of the cars that came down pit road this most recent cycle. Let's see what happens. The field makes their way down the back straightaway. Will we double them back up? See what the decision is from race control. I think they are going to double the field back up and move to double final restarts, which I think was the prediction after the green flag run that we had there. So it will be a 70-lap shootout. Sean McNeil, Carter Hollingsworth, your front row, going to bring them back to green. Inside of 70 laps to go. Pace car is off. Green flag is back out. Look at the run from the 28 of Carter Hollingsworth on the outside lane. He will take the top spot and get a big run on the outside lane. Sean McNeil in the 97 did not like the situation there, backed out on the outside. And now, everybody trying to get around Brad Roberts in the 84. Roberts also not on tires on this restart. They're going to take the spot on the outside. He's going to try to go through as well. Up on the top. And then Foster Smithies on the outside of Steven Choate. He'll take that spot away. Oh, and there's contact. Smithies got flipped going into 3 by Steven Choate. I think everybody's going to hang on to it. What a save from Foster Smithies. Opened it up to 1.1 seconds off the corner. 0-2 machine sitting in the second spot. Foster Smithies trying to move back up inside the top 5. Away. We'll now have Gavin Gardner in front of him. Gardner came to life at the end of that last run. Let's see if he's got the short run speed. He's up in front of them. The 2 gets by the 0-2 and move Connor Milton into P2. Only 58 laps to go. Spot after the restart. contact was made. Foster Smithies on the back bumper of Gavin Gardner. Gardner going to look to the inside of Zach Murdy's. Side lane, trying to get the run off the corner. It was so hard to pass. And caution flag flies. I think Matthew Kent in the 31 went for a slide. And there it was off of 4. See how it happened here. This was the run into 3. I think they just got in a little bit too hot and lost the rear end. And came to a stop off of turn number 4. And had to come back out in front of everybody right there. And that is when the caution flag flew. The caution flag back out for the 12th time here tonight. 147 laps in, and now a couple more drivers coming to pit road to get their tires. Connor Moulton got up to the 2nd spot just before that caution flag came out. Carter Hollingsworth is your race leader. We'll see what he has on the restart. He'll have Connor Knowlton and Zach Murdy's right there with him. Gavin Gardner there as well. And Foster Smithies, the man who led a good chunk of the first half in this one. Back up inside of the top 5. Hungry to get back to the front. One to go signal displayed. To send them back here with 50 laps to go. Short 50-lap shootout here at Hickory. We'll see who can get the job done. Carter Hollingsworth, Connor Knowlton for the restart zone. The green flag is back out. We're back underway at Hickory. Down into turns 1 and 2. The 28 of Hollingsworth has a good run for the lead. But here comes Connor Knowlton trying to keep a nose outside. Out of turn number 4, looks like Carter Hollingsworth going to be able to clear out front for the race lead, and we've got a caution. John McNeil in the 97 machine, I think, is what brought out our caution. Didn't quite see what happened. Let's watch into 3. Contact with the 0-3 and then up off at 4. Red Roberts had nowhere to go, and the 84 machine made contact there, and a couple others went into the wall as well. Another caution flag. We'll make it a shorter run to the finish. I believe we still have 14 cars on the lead lap, it should be. Ren Roberts and Sean McNeil, the last of those 2. Steven Oberstadt going to get the lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap. There will be 15 cars on the lead lap. Inside of 45 laps to go. Hollingsworth got a good jump on that restart. Was able to clear Connor Knowlton, but can he do it again? Hardest thing about this, the late model stocks here and only short tracks, all starts are on the flag, man. Leader does not get to go as they please, so makes things a little bit more tricky when you're Carter Hollingsworth here. Let's see what happens. Pace car is back off, and we are back racing. A jump from 28 that time. We'll have a little bit better run, but what can Connor Knowlton do on the outside? Good run into 3. Looks like he'll fall back behind him, and the caution flag back out. Jeremiah Woods spun around in the 42. Let's see what happened here. This was down the back straightaway, it looked like. 42 of Woods, and then Eli Sasick on the outside. I think there was just contact down the back. Around goes the 42 of Woods. Not too much damage on that machine, maybe a little bit on the right front. He'll continue on. Hollingsworth going to retain the lead. It's 40 laps to go now. 40 to go. We've had 14 caution flags. One to go signal given to these drivers. They double them back up and prepare to send them back green with 39 laps to go. 39 to go for Carter Hollingsworth. And they bring him back through the restart zone, and we are back racing. Hollingsworth gets a good jump on the bottom, but here comes Connor Knowlton on the outside, still there in the number 2 machine, down into turns 3 and 4. Hollingsworth on the inside, trying to clear up top, but he's still got Connor Knowlton right there on the outside lane. Time into 1 and 2. I think Hollingsworth going to clear down the back straightaway, and Knowlton in the 2 machine comes across the nose of Mertes and gets down for the 2nd spot. Connor Knowlton got down to the bottom side, and he's going to be clear for P2. Here comes Foster Smithies in the 841 on the outside lane, trying to take away the 3rd spot. The outside lane definitely starting to pick up some momentum here later in the race. There'll be 35 laps to go when they come back around. 35 to go for Carter Hollingsworth. What can Connor Knowlton or Foster Smithies do back behind him? Hollingsworth just set the fastest lap of the race that last time by. The question is, do the 2 behind him have anything left to take that top spot? Cole Kennison to the inside of Ryan Pittman. It's for the 8th spot. Gavin Gardner up in front of him, looking underneath Luke Shannon as well. Oh, and Shannon gets tagged right there. It's a little sideways. Gardner going to take that spot away, and here comes Ryan Pittman going to try to take advantage of that. Pittman gets by the 13 of Luke Shannon as well. And now Stephen Choate to the inside of Zach Mertes in the 72. Choate wants a piece of the action. From last on the grid, up inside of the top 5 underneath Zach Murdy's, and a little contact is made. Coke going to take that spot. Laps to go this time. Carter Hollingsworth still holds the race lead. He's got Connor Knowlton and Foster Smithies back behind him. 27 laps remain. Right now the laps go in the favor of your race leader, Carter Hollingsworth. But still plenty of time left. The gap is only 0.4 of a second. Knowlton may be able to track him down here. Don't count out your pole sitter, Foster Smithies, either. He's led a good amount of laps in this race. Hollingsworth in the 28. He's got Knowlton right back behind him these last couple of laps. The lap times have been even. The top three all in the same amount, or in the same time bracket. As a caution flag flies, a 39 machine spun around in turn 1, as well as Matthew Kent. Sasic. I didn't see who came up or who came down necessarily. Try and look at it from up above here. Maybe a little bit closer. Now it looks like the 39 got loose on the top side. And that spun him across the nose. Under caution for the 15th time. Hollingsworth in the 28 going to have to execute another restart here, this time inside of 20 laps to go. The lap times from your top three very even. Through turns 3 and 4. Through turns 1 and 2, rather. Field's going to come back to 18 laps to go. It is Carter Hollingsworth, Connor Knowlton, Foster Smithies, and Stephen Choate. Your top 4 coming back to the last 18 laps here at Hickory. Hollingsworth in the 28. Down the back straightaway, tries to hold the lead, but here comes Connor Knowlton to the top side. Side by side for the front 2 spots. Hollingsworth down low, trying to keep a nose out in front, but Knowlton on the outside, making the outside lane work. There's a little contact down the back straightaway that time, but Hollingsworth looks like he's got a tiny bit of an advantage. Wound up on the top side. He peeks out ahead into turns 3 and 4. What can Carter Hollingsworth do on the inside? 15 laps to go this time. And the 2 machine of Connor Knowlton starting to get a little bit better runs on that outside lane. Meanwhile, Foster Smithies in the 3rd spot, waiting for whichever one of these drivers is going to go. And oh, there's contact that time. Hollingsworth in the 28. No, around goes Foster Smithies. In the 841, I think he got tagged by Stephen Choate, or there was contact between the two. I should say. And Smithies goes around through turns 1 and 2. Let's watch it one more time. This is the lap 4. And watch down into turns 1 and 2. One on the outside lane, Coat in the 72. Give us a little bit of contact entering the corner. Let's see if we can't get one more, maybe better look at it. We have a lap before once again. And you see the 72 is right there. Yeah, just a little bit up the racetrack and tags the 841 of Smithies. Sends Foster Smithies for a slide. Your race leader going to be the number 2 of Connor Knowlton. He had the lead at the time of caution. And Knowlton will take the top spot here with 10 laps to go. Field doubles back up. Smithies gonna come back around. Get caught back up with the field, and it is time to go racing here in these final 10 laps. It'll be 9 laps to go when they come back around. And we're green for the final 9 here at Hickory. Down into 1 and 2, Knowlton on the bottom side. Carter Hollingsworth on the outside, going to try to take the top spot back. Look at the run from the 28 machine. Knowlton sideways on the bottom, a new leader out of 4. Give it back to Carter Hollingsworth with 8 laps to go. Zach Murdy's in the 0-2 on the bottom side. Big lunge underneath Stephen Choate for 4th, or for 3rd. There is 7 laps to go. Gavin Gardner trying to take a peek to the inside of the 0-2 as well. That's for 4th. And everybody chasing down the 28 of Carter Hollingsworth. Stephen Choate in the 3rd spot. We've got 5 laps to go this time. 5 to go for Carter Hollingsworth. Can he seal the deal here? Losing a little bit of ground there. So Jeremiah Woods was off the pace on the front straightaway. I think everybody's able to keep it in the right direction. 3 laps remain at Hickory. Hollingsworth, your leader, starting to get some space between he and Connor Knowlton. Knowlton more with Stephen Choate for the 2nd spot. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go for Carter Hollingsworth. Final 2 laps at Hickory. Down the back straightaway. The gap is 5 car lengths in about 5/10 of a second as they come back to the white flag. Final time around at Hickory for Carter Hollingsworth. He was 2nd when they came to pit road, just about to the lead. As they come back to the stripe, it's going to be Carter Hollingsworth winning at Hickory. Connor Knowlton 2nd, and Stephen Choate just barely hangs on to the 3rd spot. He and Zach Murdy's had a heck of a battle there. Actually, I don't know which one of them got it. My timing and scoring is showing Choate. It may have been Murdy's as he is on the front straightaway here. Nonetheless, we are going to grab a word from your winner here tonight. I'm not going to do top 3 interviews because I am dealing with a tremendous amount of influenza and do not have the vocal capacity to interview all 3 drivers plus our 200 lapper here tonight. So we are going to grab a word from our winner, Carter Hollingsworth. We'll see if we can't grab him up in the broadcast booth. Yep, we'll give him a moment here, and then we'll talk to our winner about the race here tonight. And I do see our top 3 in there. We'll give him a quick word, since they did get the podium. Zach Birdie's up in the broadcast booth. 3rd place here at the line. You get a copy?
Yes, sir. I do have a copy.
Alrighty, well, an eventful one here tonight. You started in the 3rd spot, brought it home P3 when it was all said and done. You did not stay there the whole race, but you brought it back when it mattered. Tell me about your run.
Yeah, no, it was, I don't really know what too much to say, to be perfectly honest. It was a very interesting race. You had to have your wits about you literally the entire race. There was no give and take, truthfully. Obviously, there was a little bit of give and take. There were guys being patient. Everybody was doing their own thing and just having a blast. And, well, I mean, I was trying to do my own thing, and I got caught up in one of the wrecks, didn't get a lot of damage, just kind of kept after it. I caught a lucky break with the iRacing officials allowing me to keep my spot, and, well, I just put my foot down, hunkered down, tried to do what I can. I got muscled a lot towards the end, and, you know, I tried to do what I could to be able to be there at the end.
Yeah, it was definitely an eventful one. You definitely had to keep track position and be there kind of in the right spot on the restarts. Some lanes went, some lanes did not, and you had to pick and choose where you went with runs, and it ultimately ended up being a 3rd place run for the 02 machine. Who do you have to thank for a podium in the only short track late model series?
Well, Pit Stop TV for starters. Andrew Cardinale, putting all his logos on my race car. Can't thank him enough for all the support he gives me as my friend and my colleague in this racing industry. And wow, that was a photo finish for 3rd. Sorry, looking at the replay too. Gotta thank, you know, all of the great partners, MX Wraps, Pit Stop TV, Whiplash Sim Cams. Rolling into 2026 with not a lot of sponsorship on the race car, mainly just the long-time partners. So hopefully we can apply some new partnerships going into our 2026 Legend Cars season. Also trying to look at potential late model rides, see what I can potentially do, and keeping myself in this industry, because I don't want to stop driving race cars, whether it be in real life or on the sim. I have so many people that are supportive of my racing dreams and supportive of what I want to do, and if you would love to hop on board, there are so many places you can follow along. Zach Murtis, at Zach Murtis on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, all different places you can follow along. You can also send me an email, which is murtisracing102@gmail.com. That's MERTESRACING102@gmail.com.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Zach, on your 3rd place run here tonight, and we wish you luck on your racing endeavors throughout the 2026 season. Keep us posted, keep us in the loop of what's going on, but congratulations to you on your 3rd place finish here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the broadcast, and thank you to Only Short Tracks for putting on one heck of a show. And, you know, I think I'll be the first to relay this. Compared to the admins, it has been a little tricky these first couple of races, but I have enjoyed the racing product. I believe in this series, and I do believe that we are in for a good show as the season goes on.
I agree. We've got a good core group of guys. I think we've got something to build off. But one more time, congratulations to you, Zach, on the 3rd place run here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, now we'll talk to our 2nd place finisher. We'll see if we can get Connor Knowlton up into the broadcast booth. Connor Knowlton up in the broadcast booth here tonight. 2nd place run here at the Hickory Motor Speedway. Started 4th. You and Carter battled, or you and Foster battled there for a while. You and Carter as well. It was kind of a battle between you 3, I think, at the front, but ultimately P2 when it was all said and done.
Yeah, it was that was intense. Hickory's a real tight, bumpy racetrack, and me and Carter were beating the piss out of each other for 10, 15 laps there. So I actually had to take off my WD broadcasting hoodie there because it was getting real sweaty. So it was a hell of a run from us. I think I'm a little too hard on the right rear, a little too enthusiastic on the loud pedal. Just my right rear was a little too warm. Um, I had a good run on him. I really wish it went green to the end because I think I had him up on the top, and then just the way the timing lines went, I got put down to the bottom, and I'd already burned enough off, and I wasn't going to wreck him for it. So I just got a little loose, and from there we were just hanging on, trying to salvage what we had. But it was a good run from us.
Yeah, it looked like on those last 2 restarts, it looked like the one that you got the lead on, you launched out of a cannon on the top, and then it looked like it kind of went right back the other way. Carter got the better launch on the top. Do you think that not having choice on the restarts kind of put you out from the get-go out of 4?
Yeah, it's tough because all the restarts are on green, so everyone kind of knows when it's going to come out, and just the way that this track is, it's so top dominant once it gets rubbered in. So there really wasn't much myself nor Carter could do. It wasn't, our faults being on the bottom. It was just we could carry more momentum up top. I just got a bad shake of things when that yellow came out. It was unfortunate, but that's the way she goes. I had a really good race. Me and Carter had a fantastic battle there at the end, so I don't really have a lot of complaints. I got up on the podium, and that's usually my goal when I get in these races. There's a lot of talent in here, so a podium for me is a good result.
Yeah, definitely a great result. Second place run here at Hickory, a lot better than what a lot of drivers can say, and I think that 2 machine looks pretty clean compared to a lot of the other race cars out there. So good run for the 2 machine. Who do you have to thank for second here tonight?
I got to give a shout out to Just the Top Media, KSC Graphics, I'm Lefty Designs, Twisted Speed Setup Shop for a badass chassis, a great race car, and of course yourself, Winston, WD Broadcasting Network, always putting on a good show, and it's always really fun to go back and watch these races. So thank you for what you do, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to put the show on for everybody. Glad to be the mic for only short tracks for this season, but congratulations to you, Connor. One more time on your second place run. We'll see what you can do in LTP Super Series on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that was your second place finisher here tonight, Connor Knowlton. Now we'll talk to our our winner here tonight. Got him backwards there. Carter Hollingsworth up in the broadcast booth. Winner here tonight, started 6th, finished in the top spot. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Alrighty, well, it was an eventful one here tonight. You and Foster looked like were the 2 to beat up at the front. Prior to that pit stop, you were running, I believe, second, and then right when the caution flag came out, I don't think he quite got the memo that we were all coming to pit road, and you brought the 28 machine to pit road, put 2 right side tires on it, and definitely had the car to beat there at the end.
Yeah, it was really fun. I feel like Foster kind of got screwed there with the all the pit road. It opened at a weird time, and I think he was already past it. And if he would have turned, he would have hit the tire. So he had no choice to stay out and go in again. And by the time he did that, we were all already out. And at the start there, I really found the top. I knew the top was going to be really good, and it showed early on and late in the race. Just had a really fast car, and this is one of my favorite tracks in the game.
Yeah, Hickory is definitely one of my favorites. So you and I have had some pretty good battles in street stocks here. Maybe traded a couple fenders back and forth here and there, but all in good fun, and it was good fun here tonight. Picked up the victory. What did you think when you saw that caution flag come out, that second to last caution flag when you were in the lead? Caution comes out, you knew you had to start on the bottom. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I just feel like, man, I'm going to lose this race because of yellows, because there was absolutely nothing on the bottom side when we were side by side. So, I mean, if I get put in first there when that last caution came out, I lose the race, and he wins it on the top. It's just like that. I hate it's like that, but, I feel like I deserved that one. We battled side by side, and I definitely earned it there. And we just had a really good car.
Yeah, it was definitely a good car driving up off the top. It looked like you shot out of a cannon when we sent him that green right after you put the tires on, and Sean McNeil on the inside did not have new tires, shot out of a cannon on the top, and ultimately got yourself the victory. But before I let you go, Carter, who do you have to thank for victory here in the Only Short Track Series at Hickory?
I just got to thank Connor Chassey's WD Broadcasting Network for broadcasting this race, Matt Fordren and Stephen Obersat for putting on the league. They do a really good job, and it's kind of all fun to racing with Connor Knowlton there. I mean, dude's a really good race car driver on this game, and to beat him is kind of good. So, Levi Photography, and that's about it.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Carter, on
Also,
your win. Oh, one more.
I also have one thing to say. Once we get done with this stream, I want y'all all to go over to RJ's stream and watch. He's running 300 lapper at Myrtle Beach, so I want y'all to go share some love over there and watch him win the race, hopefully.
Yes, I did forget that RJ is still racing. They're probably going to be racing for quite a while, so I'll even have time to hop on over at the conclusion of this one. But one more time, Carter, before I let you go, congratulations to you, and we wish you luck in the Lead the Pack Super Series on Tuesday.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks, that was your winner here tonight, Carter Hollingsworth. We'll go through our final finishing results before we wrap things up here at the Hickory Motor Speedway. Winner, Carter Hollingsworth. Second place was Connor Knowlton. Zach Murtis in the 02 comes home third. Stephen Choate comes home fourth. Gavin Gardner fifth. Luke Shannon sixth. Brendan Roberts seventh. Ryan Pittman eighth. Nicole Kennison ninth. Stephen Oberstadt 10th. Joshua Gaiman 11th. Owen Wilson 12th. Eli Sasick 13th. Colin McDonough 14th. Foster Smithies 15th. Jeremiah Woods Jr. 16th. 17th is Matthew Kent. Sean McNeil 18th. Kyle Martin 19th. Dylan Hartman 20th. Then rounding out our field back behind him is Connor Phillips, Josh Parrish, Peyton Henson, and Connor Robison. Your 24-car field. Well, that is going to do it for us here tonight, folks. Look at the schedule going forward. We've got Concord next week, Myrtle Beach the week after that, and then Nashville Mini. That one's going to be a fun one at the quarter mile. You're not going to want to miss that one, but thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you guys back right here tomorrow night on the WD Broadcasting Network for the Winter Challenge Series, Race 5 of their season. If you guys enjoyed, hit that red subscribe button for more iRacing content. Until next time, I am your host, Winston Deal, signing it off. See you guys back on the WD Broadcasting Network. Peace out.